The reign of the Queen, Charlotte Flair's dominance. Today, we're going to discuss her feuds, her matches, and everything that I can recall towards her from 2016 up to present. Well, Charlotte's Flair is one of the most recognizable people on the women's division. Well, because except for her title reigns, well, she can create huge, great matches with her peers on the women's division, with her allies, with her enemies, with her friends, and etc. Well, this championship wins towards, well, when she wins something, this causes some argument from the fans themselves, well, because she's always winning a championship. Is it because she's Ric Flair's daughter, or is there any reasons for that? Which I won't debate on that, I won't touch on the topic, because yeah, I admit, sometimes I get irritated that the others don't get the exact same chance that she got, but when you are actually on the top, you will do everything to maintain on it. And for the others, well, they are still hardworking and they are presenting themselves on every episode of Raw, SmackDown, or NXT, or NXT UK, or whatever shows they're in. So Charlotte Flair, well, she won like I think 12 or 13 championships in her tenure in the WWE. Correct me, it is 12 to 14 championships. I'm not sure by myself, but yeah, in her, well, 6 or 7 or 8, let's just say her decade of dominance, well, others are also showcased, but unlike her, well, they are not either touching the men's championship, or they are on the other divisions of the women's division, or they are not presented on the television. Well, I'm not sure why, but yeah, people have their different opinions towards it. But yeah, so that thing out of the way, let's discuss her storylines. Well, when they debuted on 2016 or 2015, while they presented themselves as the three girls from NXT, while they are actually in separated groups. Sasha being the heel at the time, she joined Tamina and Naomi, and the Bellas, they have these three with Alicia Fox and the two Bellas, and then for the PCB or Submission Sorority or whatever their name was, well, they have Paige, Charlotte, and Becky. They feuded, which culminated into a WrestleMania triple threat match between those three NXT female who actually was called up on 2015, which Charlotte won. Everyone expected Sasha to win, but yeah, that didn't happen. And yeah, during also this time, while she turned heel for the first time. And character wise, I think that she is a great heel. Well, she gets heat not just on television but on the internet community. So yeah, well, she started this heel run, which is actually long, and she wins championship. I didn't count that much how many Raw Women's title that she won. Also during her feud with Sasha, I think by that point they have like 4 or 5 championships. Sasha winning the 3, Charlotte winning the 4 championships, so on, and then they're reverting back to each other. And then when she lost her title to Bailey, well, later on she was drafted to SmackDown, I think, which, well, she feuded also with the girls there, and she create huge storylines, and later on won the SD Women's Championship. So for that context, well, she's mostly on the championship programs ever since her debut, and also in NXT. Also, if you notice about that, well, when she won the NXT title, and not just that, if you think about it, well, her popularity rise and rise, and people had their different opinions towards her, and many more. When she won a championship, well, it goes and goes and goes into different paths and different storylines with different challengers, with different champions that she actually challenged to. Which when she was the SD Women's Champion in 2018, let's fast forward for all of her storylines back then. Well, in 2018, they created this huge girl, women who actually got over with the crowd, and that is Becky Lynch with this so quote unquote heel turn, but she didn't really turn the heel because the fans actually embrace her new character. Well, this new character, which when she called herself the man during this time, also she is getting over with the crowds, and even the champion Charlotte Flair, well, because of the after mentioned championship runs, while the crowd are turning on her, and they started the I think the community discussing among themselves whether she deserves or she don't deserve this championship runs. Well, I'm not sure if it had started there or much earlier. And yeah, Becky Lynch was over. They created their storyline. Didn't actually wrestle Ronda Rousey, which turned into a dream match, which later on, during the build up, Charlotte Flair was inserted into that feud by winning the SmackDown Women's Championship against Asuka, and they had this women triple threat match at WrestleMania 35, which main evented the show. So yeah, during also this time, WWE is actually pushing for the women's division. They created a pay-per-view for them, Evolution. They actually main evented some pay-per-views like TLC 2018, etc. and etc. They created a Royal Rumble match for them, an Elimination Chamber match for them because of the popularity of the women's division since the arrival of these three-fourths of horsewomen and then Bailey joining in. Though people will credit whoever created this Divas Division, give them a chance, something like that, which I actually think started in 2013 or 2014. I'm not sure if it is AJ Lee or Paige who started it, but I think during the time they created this hashtag and then everything goes into this new women's division. Which, well, when this hashtag actually happens, they created it on the social media platforms. People are actually tagging each other, and yeah, the women's division, while they actually was elevated because of this, give women's division a chance, or Divas roster a chance, or whatever they were called back then. So instead of this model type of women, they created this huge wrestling style thing for the women's division. Instead of just having this short matches, well, they have like 20 to 30 minutes of TV time, sometimes on a pay-per-view match. So yeah, they were elevated. Let's say 15 to 30 minutes type of match, or yeah, it's not always the same as compared to 2012, 2013-ish of women's matches. Then she won the SD title, I think, in 2019, which, well, it was passed to Bailey to create this huge heel character for SmackDown. And as for Charlotte, well, she bounced back from that loss, winning the 2020 Royal Rumble for the women's division for her, which, well, she challenged Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, which, well, she won the NXT Championship, the NXT Women's Championship for the second time, which, well, yeah, it's a huge thing for NXT to be chosen by a Royal Rumble winner. So it's a huge deal back then. While NXT also has been inserted into the Survivor Series matches. So yeah, NXT is getting the light or the shine that NXT actually deserves, that they are not just a third brand or something like that, but they are actually a threat or a thing to be prestigious about, something like that, some sort. So, well, currently, I think she is having a storyline with Asuka, and this while they're teasing a heel turn for her. So again, thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, subscribe, and subscribe. And again, this is Mikeratto. And again, peace.